One of the most important checks that you can make of a second-hand Volkswagen Tiguan during your test drive is a check for wet and soggy carpeting, specifically at the outer edges and corners of the floor. Some owners have reported leaks and other issues connected to the Tiguan's available sunroof. Many have not. Though water leaks like this are relatively rare, they can cost you a lot of money and headaches, so it pays to be on the lookout. Remove the floor mats and carefully check the carpeting for signs of moisture, mildew, or water staining. If you notice any, proceed with caution and consider moving to another unit to avoid potential expense and headaches. That was tip number 1. My name's Justin Pritchard for Driving.ca, and I've got 4 more tips coming up to help you find a first-class copy of a second-hand Volkswagen Tiguan. When it came to Canada in 2009, the crossover wars were heating up. Competing with the Ford Escape, Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, GMC Terrain, and many others, the Tiguan featured 200 standard horsepower, courtesy of a 2-liter turbo engine. All-wheel drive was standard or available across much of the model range, though some front drive or even front drive manual transmission models may pop up in your searches. On content, look for heated leather seating, performance lighting provisions, Bluetooth, navigation, an up-level stereo system, push-button start, and plenty more. Tip number 2. Electronics. Some owners have reported problems with the Tiguan's electronics, including those related to the Bluetooth system, steering wheel-mounted controls, climate control system, and motorized seat adjustments. Most have not. It's important to spend 10 or 15 minutes before your test drive confirming proper operation of all features in the Tiguan that run on electricity to make sure things work as expected before you buy. Running a fresh battery and all software updates can help fend off trouble with the Tiguan's electronics too. Pay close attention to the power door locks and power windows, confirming that each lock, latch, and switch, including both remote key fobs, are able to manipulate all functions as expected. For loads more information, pricing, specs, reviews, photos, and videos on this generation Volkswagen Tiguan, head over to Driving.ca. You'll find a hub of valuable new information on this model. Tip number 3. Under the hood. For maximum peace of mind and minimized likelihood of headaches during your initial ownership experience, be sure the Tiguan you are considering is seen by a technician before you buy. The engine should be checked for an infrequent but potentially serious coolant leak, which could be a sign of trouble with one or more cooling system components. Left unattended, this could cause engine damage and stop your family road trip in its tracks. A diagnostic system scan can also reveal a multitude of potential problems with the Tiguan's engine and driveline, even if there's no check engine light illuminated. For maximum long-term engine health, be sure to change Tiguan's oil and spark plugs religiously, and to use quality fuel from a reputable retailer at each and every fill. Tip number 4. Transmission test. Quiet the Tiguan's cabin and decelerate from a moderate speed to a stop several times and at varying speeds. Each time, as the Tiguan slows to a stop, pay close attention to the shifting of the automatic transmission, noting that a sporadic thump as the vehicle comes to rest could be a sign of rare but pricey transmission trouble. If you notice that issue, have the vehicle assessed by a technician before you buy, or move to another unit. Tip number 5. Understanding Tiguan's reliability. A large portion of engine and driveline problems reported by owners of this generation Tiguan are concentrated in the earlier model years of production. Later, owners and experts alike say the Tiguan grew into one of the most solid used crossover buys on the scene, with J.D. Power and Associates saying that owners of 2016 model year Tiguans reported the fewest issues amongst its competitors after 3 years of ownership. These tips are designed to help test driving shoppers more easily identify possible trouble areas reported by some owners. An attentive test drive and shopping process that focuses on the areas we just talked about can help you find a first-class copy of a second-hand Volkswagen Tiguan. I'm Justin Pritchard. Until next time, take care and drive safe.